Did you know that KTM has just made a motorcycle for students? This is it. It is the 160 Duke and we've been riding it in a very rain-soaked Mumbai. And here's what you should know about it. As a student who's purchasing his or her first motorcycle, there are many hurdles to overcome. The first of which is to convince your parents to buy you a motorcycle. And right now, although most parents are averse to KTMs because they are all performance oriented and whatnot, this motorcycle fits in the bracket perfectly. It is priced at rupees 1.85 lakh, makes 19 horsepower and weighs under 150 kilos. Although it is a 160, KTM has not forgotten about performance at all, because this motorcycle revs very freely all the way to the red line, and after riding it for a couple of hours, I must say that this is the most refined KTM I have ridden to date. Most students have to be very careful about how they spend their pocket money, and that is one of the focus areas of this motorcycle. KTM claims that the 160 Duke is good enough to return in excess of 40 kilometers per liter. Handling is the next best thing about this motorcycle. It has very good tires at either end, a suspension that is progressively damp, and the entire chassis feels extremely neutral, and this motorcycle is an absolute joy to ride without a noticeable compromise on ride quality. We've just been on Mumbai's bad roads and there's nothing to complain about as far as a naked motorcycle is concerned. Another thing I really like about this motorcycle is that although the engine revs to a lofty 10,000 plus RPM, it has not forgotten about the low end and mid-range. I tried pulling this motorcycle from 35 kilometers per hour in 6th gear and it did it without a fuss. So somehow KTM has managed to make a motorcycle that is both sporty and practical. The smallest Duke I have ever ridden was the 125, and that for some reason did not click with us or with customers. Now, since that motorcycle is no longer in existence, this is the smallest Duke on offer. And it's a very special motorcycle because so far I have not been able to find a single thing to complain about it. But one thing I find a little bit odd is that at the current price, rupees 1.85 lakh, this 160 Duke is priced just 7,000 rupees lesser than the Bajaj Pulsar NS 400Z. These two motorcycles are going to clash because in this segment, this motorcycle has what it takes to be a genuine contender. To summarize, if you are a college student who is going to try and convince your parents to buy you a motorcycle, then along with the MT-15 and Apache 160, Extreme 160, you should also consider this one. Because if performance and sporty looks and the KTM brand are some things that you like, then this should certainly be on your list. And if I had to rate it, I would give it between 8 to 9 out of 10 because that's how impressed I am with this motorcycle. But of course, I have no comments on reliability at this moment. But barring that, in terms of looks, performance, pricing, handling, and fuel efficiency, KTM has done an excellent job.